Hello. Are you late for a very important date? That fire in you that's trying to escape? Like a raging bull at the arena's gate. You go to pull the trigger and your voice says, wait. You reply, will I ever make that date? Or will my destiny dissipate? Hey there, beloved. Welcome to the Late Bloom Garden. I'm Miss Jen, your late bloom messenger. And I am so glad you're here. You might have stumbled upon this channel by divine intervention because you need to know you're not alone in feeling like you're blooming later than you expected. Maybe life didn't go the way you planned. Maybe you're finally stepping into your purpose, but it's not at the age or the stage you thought it'd be. Maybe you're just tired of feeling behind or overlooked, perhaps in your career or your relationships, or even in ministry. Maybe your healing is delayed and you're afraid. If that's you, welcome home. Welcome to your tribe. You fit right in here. This channel was created for people just like you and just like me. We are the late blooms. And as I said before, blooming late is still blooming. Our Creator knew all about it, and He made provisions for our lateness. So while you still have breath in that body, while we're still on this side of the dirt, it's better late than never, because Yeshua is on His way back, and He wants us to be held accountable for the gifts that He put on the inside of us. So here's what I want to bring to this space: an atmosphere to breathe, to reflect, to grow. Grow at your pace, while confronting old patterns, old lies, and programming that have kept us stuck. We're going to explore some things, what it really means to face that late bloomer deep within us. We'll dive into those areas that are uncomfortable. We're going to address some issues from our past. We may even have some testimonies about some incredible people who didn't fit the world's timeline, but actually stepped into their purpose with power. We're going to talk about being courageous, making courageous decisions like leaving or staying, or starting over. Whether it's your fierce 40s, your fabulous 50s, your sassy 60s, your serious 70s, or beyond, we're going to address overcoming guilt and shame because something happened and you never really got over it. A deep trauma or a wound. Maybe you didn't get the degree. You didn't get the spouse. You didn't get the baby, the family, the dream job. Whatever it is, we're going to discuss healing old wounds, because some of us are really carrying childhood stories that we never unpacked. And we can't go without talking about faith and surrender to Christ here, because there's an extended plan beyond this life for every human being after we leave this earth, and we must be born again to experience eternal joy in the presence of our God. There's a lot at stake here, and we cannot afford to sugarcoat anything. Because, baby, blooming is messy. There's dirt involved, okay? There's pruning involved. There's seasons when it looks like there's nothing happening. But God knows best. And He's tilling all that soil, making it fertile again. So don't dismiss this time, okay? I want you to receive stimulating encouragement here. Encouragement to act, to move. Not the fluffy, you got this kind of stuff, though that's great in its rightful place. I'm talking about real action causing. The kind that meets you in the middle of the night when you're wondering, oh my God, is it too late? That kind of action that reminds you, hey, I'm doing this because God is not done with me yet. Know this, there's a spiritual thread that's holding us all together. And I want this channel to be rooted in the belief that we're not here by accident, but by design. And that we are interdependent on each other. We're interdependent beings. That's how God created us. And God is intentional. He intends for us to be reconciled to one another and ultimately back to Him through His Son, Jesus Christ, Yeshua. And if He's been quiet in your life for a while, it's not because He's absent. It's because He's working beneath all those layers of dirt that's built up over time. Tilling that soil, okay, making it fertile to nourish the root of the fruit. Because we have bared some fruit that has not been so fruitful. Listen, you're at the Late Bloom Garden. And we want to honor this space where God is preparing the soil of our lives, preparing us to do that thing He put on the inside of us, that leap of faith. We may not see the fruit right away, but over time it will come. We may even pray together here, read scripture together, embracing our blend of faith and the action steps that are going to help us walk boldly into the purpose no matter what the season is, no matter our age, no matter our timeline. Because blooming is not a destiny, it's a journey. And that becomes a lifestyle. My desire is that you'll leave this encounter with at least one of three things: clarity, a fresh insight or perspective perhaps, compassion for yourself and for the journey that you're on, confidence to take the next step no matter how small, whether you're still just figuring it out or you actually found it out and you found your calling at 52, 62, or 92, whether you're rediscovering yourself after like a major loss. This garden is here to get to the nitty gritty. And as a late bloom myself, I'm going to walk with you. We're going to walk into the destiny that was prepared for us before the foundations of this earth. So grab your coffee or your tea, take a deep breath, and know this: you're right on time. You're not behind, and you're not forgotten. You're not alone, but you're just blooming beautifully, slowly, divinely in due season. Welcome to the Late Bloom Garden, my friend. Let's sow, let's grow, and let's go. See you soon.